What would be the message to international investors who are questioning whether this is the right time to put money into this region?
I think investors always have to look at existing valuations and trajectory moving forward, and the environment. If you look at the UAE specifically, the UAE has always been in this region. I mean, we are where we are, and we've been here today, and we've been here for the last, from the beginning of mankind. So this has always been our place here as Emiratis. Now, uncertainty and instability, unfortunately for us, has always been in this region. So ever since the establishment of the UAE, this region has always been surrounded by instability and challenges. That's the reality. You've seen that in the early 70s, you've seen that in the late 70s, you've seen it in the early 80s, you've seen that in the late 80s, you've seen it in the Gulf Wars in the early 90s, and it's been consistent. But the flip side, you look at the growth of the UAE has grown throughout these periods, through the ups and downs, through the old, the unstable periods, and the stable periods. The UAE has continued to grow and continued to evolve. And we are where we are today. You come here in the midst of what you've just described as a unstable period in this region, but you look around. The UAE continues to grow. We have an exciting economic story that's taking place. 2 weeks ago, we just opened the Louvre Abu Dhabi, which is a magnificent museum that sends all the right messages to the world from here.
What are the right messages? Expand on that.
Messages of tolerance, messages that we are one community, all of us. Whatever your religion, whatever your race, whatever region you come in, we're all one. This is one community. And I think if you go to that museum, you'll get that message loud and clear. You'll see it, I think, in a way personified through the curation of that museum. It's something we're very proud of. And it's that type of message that you want to come out continuously from this region. So the UAE continues through this journey. I think we all have, as Emiratis, high confidence that this journey will continue to be successful. And that in this region around us, the UAE as a beacon of stability continues to be a good model to follow. So that's really, I hope that answers you.
Do you think from an investor and business perspective, Donald Trump as President of the United States is still the best partner for stability in this region?
I think the United States always plays an important part and a critical part in the stability of the region. That is, I think, an assumption you have to always base. The region has so many challenges. You mentioned one being Iran. And these challenges always need the international community. And I think the United States plays an important part of this international global community in being a force of stability.
Are there other forces, for example, Russia?
I think we live in an interesting world today where many countries, I think, have to play their part. The region has been a region that's been, for many years, many countries have been involved in different ways. I believe today, as we look at stability moving forward, be it Russia, be it China, be it Japan, be it the European Union, the United Kingdom, France, etc. All these countries, at the end of the day, all of us have, in my view, I think maybe in an ideal, let's say euphoric world, share a vision of we want stability and we want economic prosperity and growth. And as long as we share that, sometimes there'll be disagreements here and there, but at the end of the day, we have to find ways to work together. That's really my perspective on things. And I think within the Middle East, with all the challenges you have in the Middle East, I think you have to always ask who are the parties that want that vision and who are the parties that want a disruptive vision, a vision of negativity, a vision of interference, a vision of intolerance. And I think these parties are the parties that I think people have to, or countries have to work together to neutralize and not allow to grow their influence. That will result in stability and prosperity and economic growth.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.